Hearty good morning and welcome to the webinar. May 31st. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We're almost halfway done with the year. Gorgeous weather here in Cincinnati, and today I am pleased to invite my friend and colleague Kahassai Tafese of Molina for part 2 of our discussion about their products. Before I do so, I just want to roll through my slides here and talk about Cornerstone for a little bit. And as this presentation goes along, if you have a question, you'll put it in the question box. We'll get to these at the end of the presentation. If there's something really pressing, I'll jump in and ask away. But don't be shy. Ask your questions. You can follow us on social media and subscribe to our weekly Monday Minute newsletter for the latest in Cornerstone carrier and industry updates. And Eric and I are the dynamic duo of the individual market, and we now have a new member of the team, Brad Petrella, and you'll be learning more about Brad in the coming days and weeks. And he is in my role as an account advisor, but primarily in Northeast Ohio. So you'll be learning more about Brad in the coming days and weeks if you haven't already. So welcome aboard, Brad. But here's my information. Here's Eric's information. And let's talk about cash. Everybody loves cash. Earn more when you sell more for all group and individual new business sales between January 1st and December 31st. You can earn up to $7,000. Be sure to register today at the cornerstone.com website, cash incentive program. We love sending out cash. That's what we're all about. And let me just give you a spiel about Health Sherpa. I just saw these folks in DC last week. They are fantastic. They're the country's largest ACA enrollment platform. They're faster and easier to healthcare.gov. This innovative technology is the largest ACA enrollment platform in the country. Millions upon millions of enrollees in the past year. And with Health Sherpa's faster and easier alternative to healthcare.gov, you'll have leading edge technology you need to maximize your marketplace experience. Sherpa is also the only agent platform approved by CMS to offer EDE. And you can learn more at our website, crnstone.com/healthsherpa. And Kahassai, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Geoff.
Fantastic. Kahassai Tafese of Molina is here with us, and I'm going to toss the controls to him. And let me just do that real quick.
All right, let me be sure, start sharing my screen, right?
Yeah, I'm going to send
I might need you to help me point out where I got to do that. Right? There we go.
There should be a dialog that pops up. I'm going to kill my screen because this bandwidth, it robs some bandwidth with my webcam, so I'm going to kill that.
So hopefully everyone is able to see my screen.
Yeah,
right?
We can see your screen. And,
all right, thanks, Geoff.
Fantastic.
All right, thanks everyone for joining this morning. This is going to be a quick two-subject overview of Molina. I'll go over the topics, but to quickly introduce myself to those of you who may not know who I am, Kahassai Tafese. I'm also known as KT, Molina Marketplace Sales Manager, representing Kentucky, Ohio, and Michigan. You will have a copy of this deck as well as my contact information. Oops. My contact information will be here for you beyond today's quick presentation. If you have any questions related to Molina, anything that I may be able to help with, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, so this morning we're going to go over a couple subjects. One is Medicaid redetermination, its impact, potential impact on ACA, and opportunities that may exist as a result. I will also go over Molina's broker services, also known as BSU, function and how they're set up to assist you. We will be moving towards a new broker portal, so you will be hearing a lot more information about that, and we'll also conduct training specific to that. We're going away from View. We'll be introducing within the next, prior to open enrollment, a system called Evolve. Some of you may be familiar with. Okay, so Medicaid redetermination, its impact to eligibility and opportunities for alternative coverage options. You all know, as of April 2023, the public health emergency, also known as PHE, ended, which kicked off the process of Medicaid redetermination. This typically happens annually in Ohio. Each state is different. So now members, especially with Medicaid expansion, the adult, childless adults that are on Medicaid due to being low income, will now need to provide continued verification of eligibility, such as income, family size, and will have to prove that they are eligible and provide documentations to continue to be eligible. So we believe this is going to create a disenrollment of over 12 disenrollment of millions of people as a result. Hopefully the goal is to try and keep as many of these individuals in Ohio on Medicaid and provide them continued coverage. If they do lose coverage, the goal is to sell them or to provide them options to coverage, which may be ACA is one of the options, obviously. Okay. So what is Medicaid redetermination? So while this typically during normal period occurs regularly in Ohio annually, pre-PHE, Medicaid redetermination was paused due to COVID-19 and public health emergency. So Medicaid redetermination is also known as renewal, recertification, a process where Medicaid members must demonstrate continued eligibility for Medicaid access, or they lose access to Medicaid. An estimated, this is nationally, 89 million people are currently enrolled in Medicaid nationwide, with an estimated of 79 million people still eligible for Medicaid, the end of PHE. And we'll see nearly 10 million people lose eligibility and be eligible for other types of coverage, such as plans through exchange, employment, or other short-term type of stuff that you may gear them to. Medicaid redetermination impact, eligibility, and opportunities. I'm sorry, I went the wrong way here. I'm sorry. So, Molina's redetermination plan. Our plan is with the resumption of Medicaid eligibility redetermination efforts, Molina has built a robust plan to help remind and assist our Medicaid members, in which we are the second largest Medicaid managed care here in the state of Ohio, renewing their benefits or finding alternative coverage. This plan is being implemented according to state-specific guidelines. Among the various touch points being implemented by Molina include outbound calls to individuals in advance of redetermination, proactive text messages to those who with consent, proactive emails to those who have opted in, messaging posted on Medicaid members portal. We're also mailing postal outreach and making inbound calls to members to remind them, to guide them with navigating the redetermination process. Your role as a broker in redetermination. So basically, for those no longer eligible for Medicaid who may reach out to you, we encourage you to explore their coverage options. Molina, also including our Molina Marketplace offering. Should you have any questions, obviously you can definitely come to me directly. Also reach out to our broker services. Now, I guess the key question here is, how do we access or have access to the vast population who is going to lose eligibility? And I think the most important thing that I can point here is, I think some of the key venues, some of the most important venues where you may want to advertise or leave your business cards and look to find eligible enrollees who may be losing eligibility for Medicaid would be your federally qualified health centers that are located throughout major metropolitan areas, the rural health clinics in rural counties and rural Ohio, some of your faith-based communities, your nonprofits, a lot of the community services and the social services agencies, such as the County Department of Job and Family Services. Many of them will allow you to leave flyers, and they have sections where you can leave your business cards. And I think there are quite a number of venues to try and reach out to these members. Now, many of these members also, as they reach healthcare.gov for enrolling into ACA option, they would be, hello. Geoff, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me see who's.
I hear some music, so
I need to put somebody on mute. Somebody's live call.
Somebody not unmuted.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
By all means, if you are.
Okay, it doesn't bother me. I can move on. I mean, it's not very loud on my end, so I just don't want it to distract people. Again, guys, there are opportunities, and a lot of these people need assistance. If you're registered with Big Wave or Help on Demand, you may see an increased calls or leads coming your way for people who maybe need assistance in your area. So, but again, also look at all those venues that I just mentioned for opportunities to come across potential enrollees. Right? All right. So we're going to my second part of this presentation. This is talking about our broker services unit. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be moving towards a new system called Evolve, away from View. And in fact, currently we're in the process of transferring all data from View to Evolve and testing out. So should be kicking it off sometime in August. So the Molina Healthcare Broker Services Unit, also known as BSU, is an operation team entirely dedicated to supporting our sales agencies and agents. They focus on ensuring you have access to the tools and resources you needed to assist in selling Molina products compliantly and successfully. Just to point out some of the leadership and that.
Can I jump in here real quick? I'm having trouble hearing because of somebody put us on hold and took a call, so we need that person to hang up or call back later. I'm gonna get. I wonder if I can. Let me get my colleague Eric and see what we can do. I'm gonna put everybody on mute for a second.
No worries. Sorry, folks.
Sorry, folks.
Hey, we got it. Geoff, can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Jeff's coming back.
Okay, excellent.
We got it fixed.
Okay, so everyone is in the mode of being able to hear, right?
Yeah, I think that person hung up.
Okay, excellent.
Good.
All right, so I don't want to butcher some of these last names here, but Molly is our Director of Broker Services. So if you call Broker Services a regular line, we have 4 different departments, but for matters where you need to escalate situations to some of the management team, definitely you're welcome to do so. Molly is our Director of Broker Services. Kat Williams is a Manager of Broker Support. Maria Pesh is the Supervisor of Broker Support. Now, the 800 number listed here, the same as BSU number. They're open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time, but they're located in Utah, so 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. Whoa. Okay. So how does BSU support? As I said, we have 4 different departments. So one of the departments is the broker support department, which assists with general questions. Their phone number is the 855-885-3179. To reach them, you will need to press option 1. MP broker support at molinahealthcare.com is the email. Again, we'll send a copy of this so you have a copy of it. Their function focuses on general inquiries, system access, broker portal login support, health Sherpa login support, book of business inquiries, training support for brokers on various system tools, on Molina applications, support on marketplace plan benefits inquiry, provider network status, Molina marketplace website assistance. Then we have the care team, also the same phone number. To reach them, you will press option 2. MP broker care team at molinahealthcare.com is their email. Their function focuses on resolving member issues such as needs to be escalated to them via broker services. So please note, they're not a replacement for member services, but we understand that you may have unique situations in which you want to escalate issues that you may come across from assisting members. So definitely you're welcome to reach out to them on behalf of your clients, but their contact information, whether broker services or the care team, is not intended for members. So please do not distribute these numbers to members. They do help with researching and resolutions of member escalated issues for brokers, quality of care, access to care, premium billing issues and grace period, claims, enrollment and termination status, PCP changes, ID card request. And they also help with member benefits inquiries such as summary of benefits, evidence of coverage, DME, and RX. The other 2 departments are broker commission and reconciliation and broker contracting. So the broker commissions team function focuses on assisting our agents and agencies with understanding and reconciling your commission statements. Agency commission statements, agent book of business reconciliation. There are forms specific that you need to submit. So if you have missing commissions and you're not recorded as the agent of record for specific members that is not showing in your BOB, definitely reach out to me or Geoff. We'll send you a form that you need to complete, and we can correct that. AOR, agent of record change request, update from agent to agencies. And if you need a Molina logo for specific, for whatever advertisement, or we'll be more than happy to send you an approved Molina logo. The broker contracting team function is to focus on contractual needs of our agents and agencies, agency and agent onboarding, agent and agency demographic change, manage agents and agency ready to sell status, RTS, errors and omission, and that's something that you will need to send. You actually don't need to send it on an annual basis, but we make sure that you have one during your initial appointment. You will have to furnish that during the application process. Going forward, though, you do not. We just have to make sure that you have an errors and omission. Also, they make sure that you have FFM and state-based market certification annually. They will help you with appointments, with licenses, both res and non-res licenses, termination or offboarding. So if you are wanting to be termed or no longer appointed with Molina, you would reach out to them as well. Agent transfer and reactivation. Again, we're going to be providing broker portal training, hopefully sometimes mid-August. Evolve will be the new view. Again, while this is the end of this presentation, I want to make sure, I know this was put quickly, as far as those of you who may be new, if you have any product related questions or anything Molina related questions, other than what we just went over, I'll be more than happy to answer questions that you may have.
Thank you so much, Kahassai. Thank you.
Right, thanks,
And we
Geoff.
apologize for the technical difficulties, but thankfully they got resolved. We do have a few questions, and first one's related to Medicaid. Are there cases where those losing Medicaid could reapply and be accepted back into Medicaid?
Yes. So Medicaid eligibility is based on income and family situation. Obviously, your legal status, meaning whether you have a permanent residency, being a U.S. citizen, is also required. So if you meet residency status, so non-residents are not allowed to enroll into Medicaid. You have to have legal residencies. That means you're a permanent resident, right? And one of the other tests is income and family size. So if you meet the income guidelines and you're able to provide documentations, then yes, you will be reinstated. But we feel that there will be quite a large number of people who would not be eligible due to income. So that's where the opportunity comes for ACA enrollment.
Right. So there is a mechanism for them to be put back into Medicaid.
Yes.
So the next question is, will the new broker portal allow us to see member billing and take member premium payments?
Absolutely. I don't have a lot of details. In fact, that's actually what I really wanted to present this morning on the new broker portal, but it's not ready. And we don't have a lot of the functionalities and a presentation already created on this. We'll do, but it's supposed to be broker friendly. And not only are you going to be able to see communications that we're sending to your clients, but also be able to assist them with payments, be able to print member ID cards. So a lot of the functionalities that you would call broker services or the care team for, you will have access to as an agent, as an agency, Cornerstone as well. So there will be a lot more functionality that would give you access to assist your clients.
Will we still be logging into View for that, or is it entirely
No, View will
different
be gone. View will be gone. But in the meanwhile, until we kick off Evolve, View will be available to brokers.
Okay. And I'm going to get into another Medicaid question in a second, but just to follow up on this, being able to print a paper copy of a member's ID is very useful.
Yes.
If Molina, and is that one of your goals?
That would be one of the functions. Yes.
Okay. I just lost my screen. I have a Medicaid question though. Let me get back to that. Okay. Sorry about that. I got a Medicaid question for you. If you're on Medicaid, can Medicaid come back later and get money to recoup their losses?
Repeat that question, please.
If you're on Medicaid, can Medicaid come back later and get money to recoup their losses? So let's say you're on Medicaid and then you really shouldn't have been on Medicaid, but you racked up a bunch of charges, when you really shouldn't have been on Medicaid. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. So basically, a lot of people gotten a free ride simply because of the public health emergency. And honestly, there may be even many people who have Medicaid who may not even know that they still have active Medicaid coverage. No, they are not going to collect against them simply because it wasn't their fault. The state made an intentional decision to continue to cover people due to the public health emergency, which was predominantly covered by the federal government.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Just give a few more seconds here for any more additional questions. We want to emphasize that Medicaid redetermination is, in a sense, another OEP. And, I've heard estimates it's more like 15 million people that will be redetermined, and easily upwards of 70 to 100,000 in Ohio.
Yeah.
So it's a huge opportunity. Truthfully, a lot of agents don't really have this on their radar yet, and that's a great opportunity for you. And clients will be getting letters, and they will be asked to go out and look for an agent. They can find agents on in healthcare.gov on Help on Demand. So you might be getting a call. So
And
be
it's
prepared.
happening in phases, so there will be opportunity to really, if aggressively engage through some of the suspect venues, or where typically our Medicaid population would go to get services.
Yeah,
There will be opportunities. It's happening. If it's not happening overnight, it's going to take some time.
absolutely. So I'll let you provide some additional thoughts. Any final thoughts that you had?
No, really just, I think the opportunities are there. As you said, upwards of 70,000 or so statewide, depending where you are. A lot more people in the metropolitan areas. So definitely encourage you to look at key partners in the community that may be needing your service, may be happy to have you facilitate enrollment or send leads to you. So I would aggressively engage them.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Kahassai. Thanks for joining us. Everybody will get a copy of this presentation later today. And by all means, if you have any questions about the individual market and Molina specifically, give me or Eric a call, or you can give Kahassai a call related to Molina. And are you able to share your phone number?
Yes, I have. It's actually on the deck. So.
Okay, great. So give him a call related to Molina issues or broker services. With that, we'll conclude the presentation, everybody. Thanks so much and have a great day.
Thanks, Geoff.